Hello, what's up, you guys? It's Opal. Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes. Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes. Hello, YouTube. This is Opal here. Literally, I'm just thinking about the Trump administration's decision to defund school. I don't think this is a smart idea. I think that I'm just thinking about all of the times that we worked so hard to raise money for school supplies at parks and give it out free once we had enough money and put people through school. And it took so much money, I know, but I'm not sure defunding school will help us pay for it unless we're making school free. And he didn't do that first, so what the heck? You know what I'm saying? He's defunding school before he made it free? Are you kidding me? School is not free. I'm in college right now, and I can assure you guys it's not freaking free. I don't know what to do because we've spent so much time and so much work trying to make school, one, cost this much because you actually get an education. Two, pay for school. Three, funding the amount so that most people that go to school in America can get like a school lunch and not starve. And then also, when COVID went through, we all needed computers, and most of the poor families and middle class did not have like snazzy laptops per kid. So Boys and Girls Club, no, just like all of the people work together to get that to happen, and now you're going to defund it? What's going to happen next COVID? And why defund it before you make it free? That's another question, even though I already asked it. My second rant on this is that, I went to school for 12 years, and many did other people in the world. Anyone who went to school and graduated high school went to school for at least 12 years. Now you want to defund sex ed, so now everybody's getting pregnant. And then you want to defund any education so anyone could grow up and make a business. Like, I know that this doesn't necessarily mean school will end, but he's kind of like, he should be more careful about how much he defunds school, because he might accidentally snow day a whole summer and like lopside our education because of what he's doing. So even if school doesn't end because of this, he could be in great danger of doing that. Education may be the one thing that older people have against us. And so another thing is that I think that they want us to be stupid, like the demographic that voted for him. That was just some other people's words, might I just say, but this is what people are saying. Like, well, I guess my student loans are just non-existent. That was another thing some people have said. And I do agree with that they want us stupid. Because before, this 9-to-5 factory working doctrine was made for schools so that we would be trained to work 8 hours 8 hours, and then we would go straight to this factory job. And these schools now teach not just factory worker exploitation, but now we teach America's history, American black slavery, and the lessons. And then when phrased that question, are we going to keep teaching this? He's like, nah, we're gonna defund it. Nah, we're gonna defund it. Nah, we're gonna defund it. On live television! Thank you! I happen not to be the minority you're offending, but I'm still offended. Dude, I feel like a lot of people would be too. And when they saw that, it's not fake either. There's a lot of fake news, and there's a lot of things that Trump would like to say that is literally not even true. But this was on the news. This was in an interview, and I might just clip it so you guys can see. And then besides that, one thing before I want to react to that video. Before I react to that video, people have been in school for 12 years, right? More than 12 years. Add 4 for college, add 6 years for longer college, and on a doctorate or more. If You want to have any job? He wants you to be stupid, not have a job. Well, if we're spending money on school, then we take school away, then no one will have a job, then no one will be paying for stuff, then no one will have a job. There's no jobs that I need to be spending money on people, so that means I can spend these millions to these billionaire buddies of mine, says Trump. He's like, okay, we're not using this money, let's go use it somewhere else. And he's many times used government money on golf, sexual worker case, to hush her, a silence case. Not only is he people tried to impeach him twice, but he was supposed to go to jail. All of this means he's probably not fit for teaching or making laws that affect teaching. We should have done something bigger when he was on women's rights, and we didn't. So I'm stuck to believe that we're stuck in this loop spiraling down. Older people usually have the upper hand because they're smarter, they went to college. They just want the younger generation to not have smarts or money or anything that can do to disrupt the economy. They want to make adults infants. They want them back to like children's stage. They're like, I don't want to be overthrown. I know one way. I've seen these kingdom movies over here. They either kill you guys, pretend you guys don't exist, banish you. Like, oh my gosh. He's just pretending the middle class and the generation that is in school right now don't exist. The teachers don't exist. I can't imagine. I meant he doesn't want to teach anything that puts education in our systems, that teaches us right from wrong, from what America did bad in the first place. He doesn't want to teach that, which he should. Ugh. And anyway, let's just go watch that video because I can't be talking by myself and I need someone to vouch for me, or at least vouch for what I've been saying.
It's not anything to do with school choice, also. Okay. But also separate from school choice. We're going to take the Department of Education, close it. I'm going to close it. We'll have one person, could be you if you decide to retire.
Okay, Mr. President, here's what bothers me. Here's what bothers me about that. So let's say you have a liberal city, let's Los Angeles, San Diego, and they just decide we're going to get rid of that history. We got new history. This is America built off the backs of slaves on stolen land. And that curriculum comes in.
Then we don't send them money. We would save half of our budget.
Oh my God. We would save half of our budget. Oh my God. That guy said, "Excuse me, Mr. Trump." And he's like, Giga Chad face, "We're gonna save so much money." I don't care how much money we save. Fork and save. Oh my God. I don't care how much money you save by making people become murderers. Let's dive into what else this could do. What else do we teach in public schools that if we didn't teach, that if it just went missing, what would happen? Oh my God. That was Shanice or Shanice on TikTok. SHANICE. And her username will probably be up when her TikTok goes, flashes. But she told us, we learning right now that is important? Oh, we don't all want to be pregnant in senior year. I'm sorry to anyone that I know specifically who is pregnant. It's just that we don't want to be. We don't want to have choices where we don't have money, we don't have family situations, we don't have financial situations yet. Usually, early pregnancies, I'm saying usually just to be careful, there are accidents. And we are trying to prevent accidents by teaching young children, anything we can about how not to get AIDS, how not to get HIV, how to not get diseases. And then most importantly, they are not a developed parent yet. Their brain, they were just traumatized by their parents recently. You think they went to counseling to help their brain before they had that child? No. Do you think they get any medical care after that for counseling if their parents aren't there? No. They have to search all of those things out for themselves. So they're going to be mentally ill, bringing that onto the child with no financial situation. Usually their children get taken away from them when they were a teen pregnancy. And that is usually if the, grandparents in scenario do not have enough money, are not financially equipped, or are abusive. And just imagine bringing another baby into an abusive environment. Shame on you for doing that. Shame on you for, gosh. And then to anyone who didn't have a choice or wasn't taught, this is the government's problem, primarily. And we can be mad at them collectively because they're trying to take away school. They're trying to defund school. They're trying to fire teachers, put them out of the job. And that's because that our country ranks 40 in schools. And we are the number one cost per student. I understand this. But doesn't it? That being a real fact, I will insert the video where it says Trump is saying that. That we are number 40 in schools, but we are number one cost. The cost is 100% not the kid's fault, because are you kidding me? Do you think any child 5 years old has developed this school doctrine when they were like negative 300 years old? No. You cannot blame this generation going to school about school. But who can we blame? The people who are working on it right now. You defund us learning about Indian reservation, black culture, slavery, Maya Angelou. Please, do not ban Maya Angelou again. She's already been banned 1,000 times, but now she made it to schools. Now the schools made it in cost, but you're going to yank them down. I feel like they were trying to build themselves up there, and you're yanking them down on purpose. It did take a long time for it to cost that much, but at the same time, who did it? Who made the cost go up? And what was the cost for? Was it for the children? No. Was it for the young adults going to college? No. Was it for working class or middle class? No. Who was it for? And sure, you can yank the cost down, make it free, but then you will be putting some people out of the job, and there's just so many things that go hand in hand with each other you don't want to mess with. Now, here is the clip inciting proof and sources about what I just said about number 40 in school.
Why nominate Linda McMahon to be the Education Department Secretary if you're going to get rid of the Education Department?
Because I told Linda, I hope you do a great job and put yourself out of a job. I want her to put herself out of a job. Education Department. So we're ranked number 40 out of 40 schools, right? We're ranked number 1 in cost per pupil. So we spend more per pupil than any other country in the world, and we're ranked at the bottom of the list. We're ranked very badly. And what I want to do is let the states run schools. I believe strongly in school choice, but in addition to that, I want the states to run.
He wants the schools to be funded and run by state. I think he's just designating it from state to state to get multiple avenues or results. Like, you can get more results by dividing it up to the states, for sure, but at the same time, I know, number one, the things that it directly offends. It offends minorities who will get killed again from the same way that they got killed. It's not even long enough ago to call it a long time ago. So racism, apartheid, those things should be taught. abstinence should not be taught. Why? What is abstinence? What is abstinence, overall? It's when you teach kids not to have sex. It's when you teach them, okay, we're not going to tell you what this is. They're going to say, well, I wish I was taught this in school because I don't know to wear a condom. I don't know to flick my ash out into the ashtray or whatever. You want to take now education away from those women that otherwise would have just helped themselves. They would have told the man to wear a condom. You know, there's many pairs of people who both don't know about condoms, both get AIDS, and then they were like young when that happened. So they can't be mad at the other person. They can only be mad at their school system and their parents and everyone for teaching abstinence. So that is one thing. If you weren't the ones, you know. Oh, and if you're worried about rape cases being formed, then you should be more worried about teaching women how to get away when no condom man. No condom mans, they come in all shapes and sizes. They're like, well, it doesn't feel good on my schlong. It doesn't feel good on my dong, so I'm not going to wear it. And you don't think that that's grape? We need to teach a little bit more. We need to say, oh, you're not on birth control? And if I have intercourse with you, I will give us a baby? Oh, not all men know that. Not all men know that they're just not, they don't know that they're passing on herpes, AIDS, and babies. If you're scared of any one of those, then you should probably be teaching education. Voting for it to be funded. I don't think defunding school with no tracks in place is going to go well. They said, many people said, you better do this carefully. You better, Trump, take away school, but carefully. What do they think about Trump right now? Working class their whole lives, who also went to school. What do they think about Trump right now? Sometimes high school diplomas were the only things that gave an adult the upper hand. And education is the only thing that makes us vote for what we vote for. So I say we vote for education. I feel like, sure, he might be a little bit conscientious about how things cost, but he can definitely do that in a different way. He doesn't have to make hysteria over it. And then another thing, should we be trusting the felon, the person we tried to impeach twice, with our reproductive rights, our education rights, our health rights? No, he should not be in office. There's been many people that have been advocating for Trump blindly on TikTok and have been genuinely going famous for the wrong reasons, just out of controversy. People saying, get meds, go die, get off this app, stop trying to educate people. Lots of things, bad things said to try to stop the controversial people. Because some people are just advocating blindly. And unfortunately, pure Trump supporters who were misinformed at one point, now are just disappointed in Trump's actions, are being death threatened. That's not fair.
Okay. Are you kidding? That's unfair. She made those. I need to calm down.
I didn't vote for Trump last year, but I feel deeply for the people who voted and feel like their own hands. I'm trying to be with my decision. I'm trying to sleep in. I'm sorry to everybody who made their bed and cannot sleep in it now because they made a choice that they regret. And then for everybody who didn't vote, honestly, you're probably luckier this round. If you were not of age, you didn't play into the part of hell. And I'm not going to say who I voted for or if I voted, but I will say I did not vote for Trump. I just don't think that opinions should be thrashed around by influencers, and I will do my part to say what little I can. I think that, man, he's crazy for that. And he may be the funniest president ever. But I will not trust him with my reproductive rights because he's abused them many times. Him being blonde and blue-eyed, I wonder if I could be a Trump impressionist or celebrity and him like me as a son, even though I'm a woman. You know, nor do I care if he did or not. It's just that you wonder if you can get on the bad guy's side. And I say bad because he's just not aware of what good is, so he acts bad, but I'm not sure he's bad in his heart. And he's a funny guy. He's not bad in humor. It's just, he's not the one that you give your rights to. I'll say that again. And I am really sad to say this. I know a lot of people are beating them up for voting for Trump, liking Trump for a little while, or beating themselves up for not knowing, and then finding out later, and then, you know, some people will not change their opinion no matter what, because it's very strong to them. There was people who stormed the White House for Trump, and so I think that those Republicans are crazy, are so crazy that they don't compare to just stay-at-home Republicans. These jump up, let's run, let's break in and kill black men on the way. Jesus, like was there not people getting hurt? Black people could not get into the White House, but white people could. So I think that that's not even fair. You're doing a storm the Capitol and you don't have black people. I feel like that is honestly misinformed Capitol running, you know? I feel, one, it should have been inclusive, else you're storming the Capitol and you're racist. So I think that those people who stormed the Capitol are crazy. They were just crazy. I can say that a lot of people don't identify with those jump up supporters, but it is really, this is why that we need education and we need lawful protests. I don't even know how some got this bad, and this was in support for Trump. If he wasn't the ringleader for those deaths, or the ringleader of storming the Capitol, or the ringleader of people advocating for felons, the person who endorses and advocates and stands by abuse, it's like he doesn't see right from wrong. It's like he doesn't want to be better than other countries. And I hope that the people who stormed the Capitol and the people who were just there, I hope the people who were just there are okay now. People who are peacefully protesting, I hope you are doing well. The people who stormed the Capitol, gosh. In contrast, I really hope you take a chill pill. In contrast, I really hope that you understand that what you're doing is illegal, and now it is not like advocated by anyone, not teachers, not politicians, not Trump himself. You know, Trump just said, everybody, let's go. Just like, what was it, Diddy, who had 9 people die in the basement? He's like, let's go here. Everybody comes there, and then 9 people die. I think maybe more, maybe 9 or 13 people died by being trampled, or 9 people died, more people were injured. These people, Trump and Diddy, have these deaths on their hands, and I cannot advocate for them because they were just like afterward on Twitter, sorry. Oh no, I had no part in that. No, you guys died by yourselves. No, you guys died by yourselves. Are you kidding me? And then you want to defund education, so we're all stuck, stupid, pregnant, AIDS. And we have no way to make a business, we have no way to work, and we don't have anything, you know, you just want to take away funding so that none of us can be able to work for you. What do you think the working class in the future will look like? What do you think middle class will look like? More poor, more working. You have no idea of what the American dream is. You have no idea of how to get there. Just say so. I think a good American dream would be working less than 9 to 5, having time with your kids, going with your big red, white, and stars flag, camping or something, hunting. That is an American dream, having time for those things. If we are now going to school for longer or working harder because it just costs more, you're going to defund it and make it cost more instead of making it free. Where's our free school? Where's our free school? Where's our free school? Why are you... Where is our free school? Why are you so dumb? You don't believe me? Okay, let's go back. Why do we need to learn about pregnancy? Cue the video!
Put a finger down if in the 7th grade your science teacher decided to show a video of an ultrasound of a late-term vacuum abortion in class and instructed everyone to keep their eyes on the screen. And if they were to tear their eyes away for any reason at all, including looking down or coughing or laughing or any emotional reaction, she would send you straight to the principal's office. Put a finger down if you had an emotional reaction and she kept you after class and sent you home with a troubled child form, which was a bright yellow form that informed your parents that you were a troubled child and that she was praying for you. And your instruction was to get your parents to sign that and consent to the fact that you're a troubled child. Put a finger down if this only made you really radical later in life about reproductive rights and now you are stockpiling abortion medication for others in different states who might need it.
We're gonna make you look at that, sweetie. In short, I'm gonna teach all of your kids that. This is a joke. We should be, if most teachers, this is what's gonna happen if we teach state by state, but more. So if you want that to happen, Trump, you're going to defend it. Well, I can just say that 1, more vacuum abortions will happen. 2nd, there will be more teachers just like that one. Just like, I'm praying for you, bye! That student, she's messed up. She laughed during the vacuum abortion. That student, I'm praying for her. She's crying. She's troubled. She cried. She cried. She cried! So there's gonna be more vacuum abortions. More teachers just like that one. Especially when it's state to state. So you're going to make all of these laws go from country to state by state. So that means they're going to be more wishy-washy, which means more people are going to move around the states because they don't like the laws. And that's going to put travel prices way up. So I know that you're already following, you're already tracking that. They're also, making plane crashes like they're using it for attention on the media. There's not as many plane crashes as they say. They're just reporting them more for exposure. So in that, they're going to make traveling more expensive, and they're going to say that airplanes are really dangerous, when in reality, they're just exposing that because there's like 1,000 planes in the sky. I can probably find you a video on that too, just airplane safety.
If you're someone who's scared of flying, or you have a flight coming up and you have been seeing all this news and media about plane crashes, this video is for you. As someone who flies at least once a month, I can assure you that flying is still the safest form of transportation. Your odds of getting in a car crash are 1 in about 400.
Do you have a fear of dying in a plane crash? Let me help ease your mind. You have 1 in 11 million chance of dying in a plane crash.
Safety. Are you safe to go on a plane? I go on planes a lot. And just like that guy who was talking, I think he was from TikTok, he tells us that I can show you a map of all of the planes going around the US right now, and there's tons and millions. Like, there's just so many going on route and route. Like, these plane crashes happen for, like, really, like, unlooked at issue reasons. They're just, like, not happening as often as we say. But they're going to make us moving to different states more expensive. They are going to make it harder to get out of our own troublesome laws in our own states. They're going to blame us individually, like corporate punishment. In fact, they might even punish Wyoming for what Oregon does. Corporate punishment works that way. It's so that Wyoming, who would get punished in this scenario, would go after Oregon. In this scenario, this did not happen. Oregon would be mad at Wyoming so that the government does not have to do any punishing. They would get them, each other, mad at each other so that they will punish each other and be like, don't do that. Don't do that, Wyoming. Lol. Corporate punishment sucks. And I've been through a lot of corporate punishment and abuse when I was a child, so I know it to an extent. And this is a small list of the other people it could be affecting. Engineers, people who want to be engineers. Doctors, people who want to be doctors. Teachers, people who want to be teachers. People who want to be people. Black people who want to be black people. Asian people that want to be Asian people. Especially minority people who want to be in the US. Contractors and people who want to be contractors, lawyers and people who want to be lawyers, politicians. But he never had the money for education. Army soldiers. People it does not affect by my own opinion. Republicans. Working class who chooses not to be affected. Millionaires who choose to look away. It's like looking at Uncle Trump and seeing how he treats his kids. And the other world leaders are like, honestly, instead of us making trade wars with everybody else, can one of the world leaders from somewhere else just say, off the throne, Billy boy? That would be so much easier than having so much of our, US dollars spent on golf instead of the other world leaders. I bet the world leaders are getting in contracts with us because they were like, you're spending so much money on golf. Where is our contracts? Where is our love, our friendship, the things that we've, people before Trump had actually made too. I get that Trump has made alliances by himself, completely by himself. I'm sure. I'll have to look that up if that's true. But, as sure as I'm not sure, even if he had make his own, then he should be maintaining them, upkeeping them, if you will. Not spending all the money on golfing cases and getting out of jail. I'm sorry I'm being silly loud. I don't know. I hope you guys like this. I like acting as well as being funny when I have to relay something hard. But anyway, I think that's all I have for now. I did enjoy trying to put as much as not my opinion as I can factually give you guys. Like, I want to give you the facts of other people's sources, other things, just so I can, like, lead it all together in a big reason. I might get some good clickbait, like, sentence or thumbnail. I love doing the thumbnails. It's so funny. But, yeah. School's out. School's never coming back. We should probably be worried to have children in this generation just because Will they be able to learn? Anyway, see y'all later.